Today I have the keys to the all-new 2020 Porsche Cayenne Coupe. Huge shout out to Greenville Luxury. They also have Jaguar, Land Rover, and Volvo. Check out their website. That will be in the description below. This model here is finished off in Dolomite Silver Metallic, and it has an MSRP just under $99,000. We're going to start off today's video by going up underneath the hood, where you'll find the 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine. This is paired to the 8-speed Tiptronic transmission. It produces 335 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. This is all-wheel drive. It weighs just under 5,000 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 5.7 seconds and has a top speed of 151 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 23.7 gallons, you can expect to see around 15 miles per gallon in the city and 19 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 114 inches. Its overall length is 194.2. It has a width of 78.1, a height of 65.1, and ground clearance measures in at 7.4 inches. With all those specifications out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the exterior walk around on the Cayenne Coupe. We're going to start up front here with the LED matrix style headlights. They have a very nice design to them. I like the intricate pattern within the housing, and the housings also have a great shape to them that match the bodywork around them, so everything flows very nicely. Down below we have the turn signal, so it is separate from the headlight housing, but it's very nice how that's incorporated. You wouldn't really tell that's the turn signal unless it was on and running, so that's a very nice design. Slats run throughout the center of the grille, and behind all of those are active grille shutters, so they will open and close at speed to help improve with better aerodynamics. This also has a forward-facing sensor for the adaptive cruise control, and then on both sides at the very bottom section of the bumper, those are actually cutouts to provide even more airflow to the engine along with better aerodynamics, and there are grille shutters behind those as well. And then there are parking sensors running throughout the lower section of the bumper. So this has a clean and stylish front end to it, and then I really like all of the lines that come down the hood, just gives it a really nice touch. But let's go ahead and work our way to the side profile of the Cayenne Coupe. We're going to start off with these wheels. They measure 22 inches. They have a very nice satin platinum finish to them, and then you can see the calipers behind them are finished off in black. Working our way behind that, this has blacked out mirrors. They're power folding and feature the integrated turn signal. I really love how they match the door handles as well. It just makes them pop against the silver metallic. You can see the black window trim as well, along with black molding running down the sides of the door panel. This has a full panoramic sunroof that's finished off in black just to add to that theme. And then looking at the side profile, I really like all of the lines that run down the side. We have fender arches that just give it a little bit of an aggressive design to it. And then in the back here, we have even more lines around the gas cap. But let's make our way to the rear end of the vehicle now. We have the blacked out spoiler. You can see the nice sloping rear glass here. Ties in nicely with the side of the vehicle just above the LED taillights. You can see there's a small black lip spoiler there. We have Porsche, which is nicely encased in the same housing that the LED taillights are in. The Cayenne badge has been blacked out. This has a power liftgate with the standard backup camera just on top of the license plate. You can see all the parking sensors down below as well. This has a towing capacity up to 7,700 pounds. And then to finish it up, we have the quad tip dual exhaust. Now it's time to take a look at the interior on the Cayenne Coupe. So with the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket, I'll just grab the door handle and it will automatically unlock. The door panel is finished off in very nice leather. You can see the same color stitching on it. We have piano black trim on the top around the brushed aluminum release handle with lock and unlock and all the seat memory adjustments. There's a very nice shaped door handle here. You have all of the window controls and the power mirror adjustments behind that. This has a 14-speaker Bose audio sound system and a ton of storage in the lower section of the door. You'll see down on the door sill is the Cayenne badge, and then working our way to these seats, they have the same color leather to them with the same color stitching. Very nice pattern running down them and good bolstering support. They have a multi-way power adjustability. Jumping to the steering wheel now, you can see it's completely covered in leather with brushed aluminum trim surrounding it. On the right side, we have the different driving modes for this vehicle, along with some buttons to control the gauge cluster, which I'll show here soon. You have Bluetooth. On the left side is volume, along with some more controls for that center screen. And then on the back side, we have the paddle shifters. They're finished off in aluminum and have a really nice design. Using the rotary dial on the right side, we can go between normal mode, sport, sport plus, and individual. You can also click the button right in the center, and you have your sport response, which I will show during the test drive on this video. You can see the tach right in the center, along with the miles per hour and the gear selector. On the right side, we have a digital screen with the clock and time on the far right, and then the screen right next to it, we can use that rotary dial and go and look at your G-force meter. You have your lap timer, The navigation can be pulled up on this screen. You have all of your vital information. You have drive time, your distance, average speed, and things like that, along with the engine vitals, your TPMS, where the power is being distributed from the front and rear tires, and back to the G-force meter. And then on the far left, you can see the outside temperature and another digital screen. Just by using that rotary dial, you can pull up some more navigation settings and look at your speed limit recognition, and then the adaptive cruise control. Looking to the left of the steering wheel, we have the ignition, along with all the headlight controls and one air vent. You can see more piano black, and then looking at the dash, the heads-up display is there, of course, and the time right in the center. And then moving below that, we have the 12.3-inch screen. On the left side of this screen, we have all of the presets for all the information to go through. It's currently on the home setting right now. We can go into navigation and pull that up. We have media and phone along with car. There's a lot of information that you can adjust from the driving modes. We have the engine start stop feature along with the exhaust note. You can retract and deploy the spoiler. And then on the right side, we have the chassis height. So you can go from terrain, high, regular, and low. Just clicking on the screen will bring us back to the chassis, and we can go from normal, sport, and sport plus. And then on the right side, we have the off-road setting to go into for the various different terrain. We can go into controls and look at vehicle. To monitor all the different vehicle settings, you can look at your displays, your system. We can go into the trip along with chrono. So you have your lap reference here and anything that you'd like to record. On the lower left, we have the climate controls, very easy to go through. You have your air distribution on both sides, along with some more controls on the bottom. And then just by clicking on all of these dials here are the apps. So you have weather, news, restaurant, and parking. And then we have assistance, so you have your lane change assist, your Porsche Active Safe, along with the surrounding assistance. We can go to the sound and adjust that. There's devices to go into. And then the last one is driver settings, so you can look at a whole bunch of information. Just underneath that, you'll see 2 air vents, and then a piano black trim piece surrounds all of these center controls. It looks very nice. On the top section, you'll see more presets for that center screen. There's a volume dial right in the middle for the radio, of course. And then this does have a dual zone climate for the front passengers. You'll see on the driver's side here, we have the temperature along with the fan speed. You'll see those same controls for the passenger. Very nice toggle switches to control that. Moving behind that, you'll see more AC controls on both sides, along with 2 different suspension settings and being able to turn on and off traction control. There's the electronic parking brake right in the center. And then taking a look at the leather wrap shifter. Just by pulling the release in the front, I can go all the way up into reverse, and that will bring up our backup camera. You can also clean the camera as well if you'd like. We can go all the way back into drive, pop it over into manual mode, and that allows us to use the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, and then you just push P on the bottom for park. Just behind that, there's a small compartment here, perfect for a phone. You have 2 cup holders just behind that, and then looking at the center compartment, there's definitely plenty of room. There's 2 USB ports as well, and of course it's finished off in leather. Moving to the passenger side, you'll see a nice grab handle, and then the glove box has plenty of room for everything that needs to go there. We'll go ahead and take one last look at the seats. Very nice design to them. And then this does have a full panoramic sunroof. It goes all the way back for the rear seat passengers. We have all those controls up in the center. Now in the back seats, let's go ahead and talk about the amount of space that's back here. This is a 4-seater, so you don't have a 5th seat right in the center here. That gives you a lot more room for each passenger on both sides. I'm 5'10". I have the front seat set at my height, and I have 7 or 8 inches in front of my knees and a couple inches above my head. These seats are fully reclined as well, and they're very comfortable. I love the bolstering support that they have, especially down by my thighs and even around my back here. Just gives you a really comfortable position. You can even put down the center armrest too. It gives you 2 cup holders and then another armrest, of course. And you can fold the middle seat down, as this has a 40-20-40 split to it. So if you have any larger items, they can easily go through. Right down in the center here, you'll see 2 USB ports along with a 12-volt and some small cubby storage spots for anything that you want to place there, along with 2 air vents. You also have those additional pockets behind both front seats. And then to show you the 60-40 split, I'm just going to pull on this handle down below. The seat will automatically fold down and lock into place, and that gives you plenty of room into the back area. And last up, it's time to take a look at the rear storage space. This has the power liftgate, so I can easily open that up from the key fob. And you have plenty of room. There's a net off into the left side. We have a removable cover here if you want to take that off and fold the back seats down. That gives you plenty of space for anything that you want to place in the back. And then over on the right side, you can adjust the rear height of the vehicle, so that way you can make it easier to load in items and lower that height if you'd like to. So definitely plenty of room for this 4-seater vehicle. And then up top, we can either close and lock the vehicle or just close it. All right, so getting the Cayenne Coupe out on the road now. It's been quite some time since I've been behind the wheel of a Porsche SUV, and right off the bat, I love it. I love the interior color. I think it matches well with the exterior and all of the black accents. It's just a very clean and classic design for a Porsche. We have leather on the steering wheel, really nice comfortable seats as well, and as you saw, the back seats are just as comfortable. It's a very nice place to be, and I like the fact that you have that extra room in between both back seats. Just gives you a lot more room. But all the materials on the inside here, all the piano black finishes, just make it look very nice. Let's go ahead and pop it over into manual mode. We are in first gear here. We'll give it just a little bit of gas, nothing crazy. Shifts are very responsive, and as I come around this turn here, it's very hard to feel the body roll of this vehicle. It weighs a good bit, and it's an SUV, so it's not meant for going around turns. But the handling so far is very good. I have no complaints with that. And we are in just the regular mode right now. Let's go ahead and jump up to Sport Plus now, and we'll downshift just a little bit. We'll go down to second gear here. It has a good punch to it. We're up to the speed limit just like that, and I don't have any issues with that. Very smooth in the shifts as well. Let's transfer to visibility real quick. It's very easy to see all around. With the coupe design that is all new for 2020, it really doesn't hinder my visibility out of that back glass. From the outside, it's very steeply raked, but I can easily see the spoiler, which is currently up right now. And then looking over my left and right shoulder, it's really not all that hard to see. The pillars are not all that bulky. So for the coupe-like design, it still retains a good amount of visibility. And we'll go ahead and give it a little bit of gas in Sport Plus mode now. You can hear that exhaust just a little bit more. It's crazy how smooth these shifts are. You can barely feel them, which is very nice. The power delivery is very smooth, as I just mentioned. And even downshifting a bit. Nothing crazy, but it carries its weight well, so that is very cool to see. So before I go ahead and put it back into a normal automatic mode, I'm gonna talk about that dial right in the center, or the center button for the different driving modes. If you push on that, it pops up on the right side screen, Sport Response. And basically what this does, if you're in normal automatic mode and you go and push on that button, it doesn't matter which driving mode that you're in, but when you push on that, the vehicle automatically downshifts, and then you can punch it, give it a little bit of gas, and use this to pass someone on the highway, or if you're going uphill or something and you need a little bit more power. It counts down from 20 seconds, so it gives you a good amount of time to use it. I love how everything in the middle here has a great layout to it. The screen is nice and easy to use, and all these controls on both sides of the shifter are within reach for me, so everything is laid out well. I love the buttons on the steering wheel. It's very easy to get used to everything, and it's been a comfortable ride so far. With the adaptive suspension that it has, even hitting a bump like that, it absorbs it well. If I go to Sport Plus, it gets a little bit stiffer, which is the goal for Sport Plus. So as I'm coming around this turn here in Sport Plus, we're on the brakes, and it carries its weight well. Wow, power out of that turn. I mean, you could have fun in this. This is a sporty SUV to be in. Looking over my left shoulder, very easy there. But this is a sporty SUV. You could have fun in this. This is a great daily driver if you're looking for something that has that added touch to it as far as sportiness goes, and being able to take this on some back mountain roads and some long cruises if you want to. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive in the 2020 Porsche Cayenne Coupe. Once again, huge shout out to Greenville Luxury. I will have all of their information in the description below. Definitely check them out. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video.